How do you think your beliefs play in shaping your reality? How do your beliefs affect the opportunities and possibilities that might come your way? For example, if you believe that you can't do something or that you're not good enough for something, how likely is it that you will actually succeed in attaining those goals? The fact is that the possibilities that exist in your life are defined by your beliefs. When you think that something is impossible, then for you it actually becomes impossible. Similarly, if you believe that life is hard and difficult, then it will be, because you will look at every opportunity in a negative frame of mind rather than a challenge to pursue and possibly succeed at. Ultimately, if you believe that something is impossible, would you even give it a try? Or would you just not bother with it and let the opportunity pass? And these feelings aren't limited just to individuals. Companies can exhibit such traits as well. Let me explain. If most of the employees in a company believe that something is impossible, such as, attaining higher customer satisfaction is impossible, then that negative belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why? Because the employees will operate according to the company's reality that is consistent with its belief, and that becomes the company's culture. What's the alternative? How do you change that reality in order to move forward and grasp the opportunities that you create and that come your way? I believe that you don't have to do anything other than remove that negative belief. That simple action will create a new possibility and in fact change your reality. Without those negative beliefs in the way, all you have to do to make a change is to commit to the change, and it usually happens. When those beliefs are gone, you will unconsciously do whatever you choose to do without resistance. You won't even be aware that the old barriers are gone. Limiting your beliefs is the primary enemy that is keeping you from creating possibilities and opportunities. To help you defeat that enemy and to take up those new possibilities, here are 6 actions to adopt. 1. Be courageous. Eliminate fear and reset your boundaries by removing negative and limiting beliefs. When you allow fear to take over, you become reactive and emotional instead of creative and practical, which is what you really need to succeed in this endeavor. When considering a possibility, determine your outcome. Focus on your ideal end result rather than how you'll get there. Details at this stage can derail you from creating your possibilities. Leave those for later. For now, just decide what your outcome ought to be. Third thing is create multiple options. Consider 3 ways to achieve your outcome: the very best, the best, and the worst case scenarios. Keep in mind that your journey to your outcome will not be linear. Just go with the flow and don't lose focus on the end result. Identify and assess your stakeholders. Colleagues, competitors, and clients might affect your outcome. They can hinder and help you. Keep them in consideration and discover where your interests intersect. Use those to your advantage. Then respond to your constraints. What impact will deadlines and other end dates like end of year have on your plans? How about budgets and resources? Consider specific if-then options. Then you can build that into your scenarios. Stay agile and seek progress. The more you plan out these scenarios, the clearer the path and the hurdles will become for you to realistically navigate to get to your aspired end result. Now that you've understood that you need to eliminate the negative thoughts that nag you away from creativity, what do you need to do to get into the creative process to welcome those possibilities and opportunities in the first place? Well, an important fact to appreciate about the creative process is that it's not magical. Creativity isn't just a flash from the sky that descends on certain people. While it's true that some people might be more creative than others, the proven fact is that being creative is a discipline. The more regularly you do it, the easier it becomes. If you ask creative people what it is that they do to be creative, the chances are that they practice the following. They set aside regular time in the day to focus on creating new possibilities. In our busy lives, we often don't have time to think. But if we make time to think new thoughts without interruptions, we might be surprised at what ideas actually emerge. They participate in sports. That could be simply going for a jog or a walk. Doing sports allows those endorphins to kick in. That gets your mind moving. And being alone and in different scenery can also be a help in letting your thinking run free. Take a break. Taking regular breaks from mental tasks improves creativity. Skipping them can lead to stress, exhaustion, creative block, and burnout. Why do you think that ideas flow freely while taking a shower, for instance? That's the outcome of allowing your mind to take a break. You need time to rest and relax as well. When rested, you will notice that thoughts will surface more easily. Those were the critical factors you need to be creative and have the right frame of mind to create possibilities. And those possibilities will open up when you eliminate negative belief. That's really what's required to change the negative "it's impossible" to the positive "I can do this." It's as simple as that. You might now think that's all well and good, but how do I find actual opportunities and possibilities in the first place? Well, here are some suggestions that you might consider that will allow you to discover new possibilities. So the first one is, again, be courageous. In order for you to be creative, you need to have the courage and dare to think new ways and take roads never taken before. Build relationships. Establishing a new relationship is often the catalyst in helping people to consider doing things they've never done before. Why? Because people often give each other confidence and hope. With borrowed confidence and hope, we can actually become more daring in our thinking. If someone has confidence in us, it will help us have more confidence in ourselves. Second, because when people get to know each other, they often think about the work they might do together. People love to work with friends on a project. Often, the opportunity to work closely with a friend is their main reason for getting involved. The spirit of camaraderie is often what fuels many creative endeavors. Learn about your organization or community. You might want to visit organizations, attend public meetings, go to cultural events, volunteer, and read the local papers. Don't be afraid to get to know people different from yourself. Most people are eager for someone to overcome barriers and get to know them. Considering the future can help view challenges as opportunities. You can also prevent crises from taking place and help people see themselves as powerful in dealing with challenges. Also discover and read research resources. Subscribe to newsletters and read recent books in your field. Go to conferences, exchange ideas with compatriots in and out of your industry. Develop a network of professional contacts and then open up to sending and receiving ideas. You might have discovered that there is really no magic to uncovering new opportunities and possibilities. That too simply requires discipline and work. So make a process and practice these steps daily, and you will be more proficient in developing opportunities, and you will be able to take advantage of them rather quickly. Finally, I leave you with this. Don't let your negative beliefs become your reality. Stay positive. Banish those negatives and embrace the positives, and you will get far in your personal and professional life.